Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. First of all, happy new year. It's 2023, starting off right. This is Sunber's kinky straight unit that I'm going to be showing you. This is the length 20 inch, 100%, actually 180% density. I'm actually going to show you how to completely transform this unit. I'm super excited to be working with kinky straight hair just because it more closely mimics my natural hair texture, African American textured hair, or even like if you're still wearing the relaxers, hey look, this may be a good alternative for you as well. I went ahead and completely bleached the knots. I do have a full video showing you that detailed process. If you do need more of a step-by-step tutorial, definitely go into the library and check that out. If not, run this back a couple times. You guys will see. You know that you got it right when it's stiff, and I mean stiff. Thicker than mayo, okay? So straight out of the gate, I knew that this unit was going to be beautiful just because it did already look like it had been pre-plucked, and so I wouldn't have to do too much to it. Let that sit for about 20 minutes, completely wash, conditioned the unit, and then of course, I've been obsessed with the True Scalp Tape. I don't believe this is something you necessarily need, but it's just something that I prefer to use so that I don't have to use any type of like wig cap or stocking cap, and they can really do damage long term. So yeah, 2023 healthy hair. Y'all already know the journey we're on. I have my hair already pre-braided. I should have done those braids a little bit smaller, but y'all, hey, we're into it. All right, if you guys need a video on how to quickly cornrow your hair to kind of prep underneath the wigs, I have a video. I'll be sure to kind of link that one as well. Just check out the description box. If there are any coupon codes, of course, y'all know they will be listed in the description box as well. But this is a quick look at the hair. So it is not colored at all. I can tell that this is just a nice deep dark brown, and I do like that. Obviously it is a little bit more on the reddish brown side just simply because of the lighting that I'm in my bathroom, but I did notice straight out of the gate I was gonna need to trim these in. So you guys remember I was the queen of always using some type of mousse to really just kind of get to the root of the hair so we can kind of soften it up and really kind of tweeze it. Today is no different. I did go ahead and just quickly do that. I'm actually taking my tweezers. These are like a slanted shape. I know sometimes companies will give you the flat ones, but yeah, in this case, of course, they are slanted. I did quickly show you a lot of the goodies that came into the packaging, like lashes. There is an elastic band, of course, a wig cap, and so on and so forth, things like that. But y'all, I really was excited to go ahead and just trim this up. I ended up taking this from like a 20 inch probably to about a 17 inch by the end of this video. I did go ahead and just add some layers. This is not something you absolutely have to do, but I'm one of those people that really want my wigs to look more natural. And yeah, so the way that I would wear my natural hair is more than likely I would have blunt ends. I don't really care for the wispy look, just because I feel like it makes everything just flow a lot better and it looks a lot cleaner and fuller from root to tip. So yeah, so all that I'm going to do from here, I'm pretty much just checking my work. You guys will kind of see me go back and forth with the scissors all throughout this video, just cleaning up as I go. I do have a more detailed layering tutorial. Of course, listen, if you are new here, y'all, we have everything you need from start to finish, all right? I'm literally just going through the hair, matching the left side to the right side, and you guys can see I'm just kind of pulling everything out, going in a slanted motion, nothing too crazy. This does not have to be perfect. I didn't end up adding layers all the way around like the perimeter of my head. I just added a few face framing layers, and so you guys can see typically I'll use like my razor comb to do this, but I really wanted this to be kind of like a freehand cut. And yeah, I mean, this was really giving the vibes of just like natural hair, so I already knew that the hair was going to be nice and full. And then once I go ahead and just kind of blow this out, because y'all keep in mind this is like midway dry. So what I ended up doing is allowing this to kind of sit underneath my hooded dryer while I did my makeup. So that was about 15 minutes. So it did kind of get mostly dry. And then of course you guys will kind of see me blow it out. So here I'm just taking a little bit of my mascara, which I have not had to do this in a while, but I ended up having some of that bleach seep through, causing over bleached knots. So whenever that happens, typically I'll go through with like some black hair dye and just kind of like touch it up. And then of course wash, rewash, recondition, all that stuff. But in this case, I just wanted to show you a really quick way to kind of get rid of it. But I just wanted to quickly show you something that it is that I do when I don't really have that kind of time, right? So I did go through with my, I believe this is the EAP Heat blow dryer, which did a great job of just blowing everything out. You guys can see how it kind of has that like deep wave blown out look. It's just really, really textured. The hair was super full. Like I said, 180 density. And this is a 5x5 closure. So for those of you that are not really, you know, doing too good when it comes to the frontals, and you really don't want to have to worry about all the glue and just the mess every single day, I feel you. The closures are definitely a lifesaver. You can throw them on and go. You don't have to worry about gluing them down. You guys, I will actually end up showing you a trick to really just kind of get these units to stick without being so freaking tacky, so where you just feel like, oh my god, I have to sleep in this wig. So I'm going to show you a really quick way to just kind of like get it melted without it being like super permanent. So you guys can see going through the hair, this probably took me about 30 minutes. When I tell y'all I was hot, your girl was sweating. Okay, I had to put the blow dryer on cool. But yes, and then of course I really wanted to make sure that the wig cap itself was completely dry, so I took a little bit longer there. And then I attempted to pull this up just to see if it would look cute in like a ponytail. Y'all, it was just way too much hair. It was not doing what I needed to do. Now this may have been cute with like a headband. Y'all know the scrunchy ones. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and take a foundation brush. Doesn't really matter what brand. And then of course a little bit of hairspray. So in this case, I'm gonna be using the Brown & Brother Pump It Up. I went ahead and just kind of pulled the wig directly over it, you guys. It dries super fast. And then of course I added just a little bit more over the top of the hair, just so it can kind of further melt in, and I could literally see it melting as I was like applying this. So I wanted to make sure that it didn't like get stuck in the hairs and kind of give that weird, you know what I mean, like just gelled up, weaved up look. So you definitely want to go through with a comb. And then of course I just laid it down to rest. Okay, so anywho, I'm actually going through with my FHI flat iron, just like, I don't even want to say quickly, because this was a bit of a process. If you are somebody that really want to keep the texture, or you know, maintain the texture that the hair kind of naturally comes in, you could have just left it as is completely after the blow dry. But I really wanted to give this more of a silk press look. You guys can already see how shiny, vibrant, look at that hair. Okay, has a lot of body, a lot of movement. And y'all, I have not added anything to this hair at all. Obviously I do think there was a little bit of conditioner that probably was weighing it down a little bit, you know. Okay, but outside of that, y'all, the hair straightened like a dream. And the best part is that I did not have to worry about any of those like really kinky edges that you tend to see whenever you're like working with kinky straight hair. So this company has done a great job just at really kind of getting the hair to really mimic natural hair. So I'm, hey, 10 out of 10, literally. So I am just gonna go through with the flat iron towards the top of the hair, and also hit this with the hot comb. So you guys will kind of see me just going back and forth the closer that we get to the closure area. Y'all, I don't know if you can hear Dakota licking water in the background, but y'all, this is a thirsty dog. Why didn't y'all tell me cane corsos were like, listen, anyway, we don't get into it. Anywho, I'm just going to continue to go throughout all of the hair. And I feel like overall, this process from like bleaching it, washing, conditioning, blow drying, flat ironing, literally is no different than going through with your natural hair. The only difference is you can take this wig off. You can take this wig off. You don't have to worry about the heat damage. And then of course the style is pretty much going to be set, so you don't have to worry about your hair like poofing up in between time. If you want this to be even shorter to further mimic you know, the length of your hair, in my case my hair is a lot shorter than this, I probably would feel comfortable doing it just because the luster, and I just feel like the texture looks really, really natural. And honestly, y'all, I really be thinking to myself, like, what is better, the closures or the frontals? And I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm going 50-50, because it really depends on the type of like person you are. Are you somebody that doesn't mind high maintenance hair? You really want your hair to look super perfect every single day. You're going to dedicate the time to a closure, well, to a frontal, I should say. Or do you want something a little bit more carefree, wake up, go, brush it down, and that's it? You see what I'm saying? That's a closure girl, if you ask me. So it really just depends on the type of person you are. But y'all, look at this transition. Oh my goodness. Yes, okay. And so you already know I had to just clean up my work and match left to the right. Continue to just kind of make sure that everything is shaped appropriately. And then voila, y'all, these edges look super good. First of all, let's just keep in mind that this is still a glueless unit. I think I had somebody ask me, Chrissy, how is this glueless if I can't take it off? Y'all, it's just hairspray. That's it. I'm going to prove it to you in just a few minutes. But literally, you'll be able to just take this right off without even thinking too much about it. All that I did in this case is go ahead and kind of just like brush the hair away from itself just to kind of get it a little frizzy right there at the root. I like to lay it down towards the side instead of just going backward, just in case the wind blows. I don't want you to know that this is a 5x5 closure. And then of course I hit it with a little bit more of the spray, but I use the brush to do it just so that everything lays down flat. Y'all, yes, giving the vibes. All right, and look at the layers. Like I said, I kept it really soft. I didn't do anything too crazy, but I did know that I wanted to add some curls to this. But y'all, I had to get my little photo op going, and I also had to just show you what everything looks like from the back. I will say that I did add a little bit of like diamond shine as well to it. That was totally unnecessary because the hair already had such great luster. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's doing a thing. And so I did go ahead and just quickly add a few curls because I really wanted to see how the hair would behave actually being curled and if it would hold a curl and what the curl would look like. So I just went ahead and took my FHI flat iron just to do some really chunky ones. You guys can see I kept the length in the hair with curling it. I didn't like go from the root all the way around. And then of course I'm just going to go ahead and just brush this out. I'm doing everything towards my face because I really wanted the curl and that wave and texture to be towards the bottom of the hair. You guys will kind of see what I mean once I turn around, but super loving this. Okay, let's get into it. I don't know how y'all feel by now, but just remembering what this wig originally looked like when I first got it, not really being sure what direction I was going to go in with the unit, and then now seeing it transformed into this, it's just like, okay, I see what we're doing, Chrissy. So I did go ahead and do the most dramatic head flip just because I wanted to kind of take this up a notch, y'all. The body, it was giving, okay, shake it out, baby. Go ahead. Just for me commercial. Is that what I remember? I don't know. Yes, y'all, I was absolutely in love. This hair has so much body. I was actually happy that I did the layers because typically when it comes to the closure units, I'll just kind of keep them as they are and never really change them, but the layers really held. And then I also just think trimming off the ends really just kind of took it exactly where I wanted to go. And then of course y'all know the comb trick because this is glueless. All right, I love y'all so much. Stay pretty. Leave me in the comments or questions down below, and I will see you next time.